The illusion of expressions. You can come across some sad people, but really they're sad because they're genuinely vacated of any essence of of value that towards themselves. And so you can't really save that, right? And that's what men and women might be up to. I heard it. It was interesting for me to hear that when between the weaker woman and the stronger woman, a man will go for the weaker woman. I think it's a statistic that shows up like dominating because well, that's just what happened. It is what's happening. So, but that's not to say it's because is it because that God made it that way to lift her up and make the organism stronger? No, no. I'm pretty sure that a man's intelligence is brought up only to the level of the intelligence that he can be present to. And a woman has a profound responsibility. See, if she's sensitive enough, which is to me, it's saying, like with her nerve endings, whatever it is, empathy, all of the stuff, it's an intelligence. Like an MRI and an X-ray and a lie detector and all this stuff. It goes way beyond just smelling, but of course, there's pheromones, right? That we don't even know that that's happening. But trying to stay on track here, that she. This is in case she has to really, really not only assess. This is just pure science now. I don't want to get in trouble with anybody, but I keep poking at this. That keeps coming up. It's none of my interest either in it. But it's like, well, is there? Do you think that there's a problem that's being had on the planet? It needs to be solved from the inside out, and not only that, it's going to have to work in microclimatic conditions or settings, which is you and I. You have a household, and if there's men and women in there, this uh, new information always, whatever it is, that is contrary to your belief and understanding of things, and even the way that people are behaving after that, just on a mere belief, can be a problem, right? Being presented with new information can be a problem. So that's why I'm trying to keep it in general, and I'm losing my place like immediately. But this is a phenomenon that's happening. Okay, so we have the full moon tonight, and it's Mars ruled and or Pluto ruled. If you're talking about Scorpio, and we're just closing out the eclipse season, which has to do with our relationships, and it's never going to end. That see, a lot of relationships might be falling out, but we don't fall off the face of the earth. See, it's never going to end. That we each have a profound responsibility to figure out what is happening here. What do you think is happening here? Like try and reassess. Like in your own studies, go through the pain of going through your pain and looking at it. Well, what exactly went on? Like, how much responsibility can I take for that? Whatever it is that people, especially the narcissist or whatever handicap is in front of us that limits us from growth, people say that has happened to them that was abusive or traumatic, boundary breaking. Now, as far as that's concerned, babes, do not have a perfect childhood. But when I listen to what other people has gone through, and now what I know that has happened right next door to me, I cannot even fathom. But this isn't to say that anybody's any better or any worse off. See, that's the thing. It's like, well, what's the point in even finding out? I mean, really, it's about a feeling, and ultimately, it's not. It can be a contact tie that these people give to us, like they would say, like a Jim Carrey or something like this, or just an enlightened Buddha. I would imagine this is when they're having a good day. They're not in a bad mood because I've done it too. You can give a contact high that isn't misery and sucking energy out of them. You can actually give energy. You can actually give them a contact high that is a high that they've never felt, only because all you're doing is like you're going into their intelligence system, and it makes them feel good to feel their own intelligence being freed up. And hey, welcome to my world, but it's your world too. Like Christ conscious Jesus would say, hey, you can have this too. Yeah, what? I'm not comparing anybody, anything, anyone, blah, blah, blah. Hi, how are you doing today? A very hard time going through here. The creative people, the people that do a higher vibrational frequency that knows that, okay, one sign of a higher vibrational frequency being is their communications. They're not just a need to communicate to one-on-one and people to get them to understand something, but they're just spewing off. You know, and a lot of times they'll lock in on people that are interested, and they'll catch on to to if it's a live playing something, a musician, but it could be doing anything, right? Particularly now, I'm reflecting on how kids can be when I don't know about you, but with me, they're always like they're looking, and there's always a new moment that I expose them to, and their parents are like, ah, they go fucking nuts, and their kids are like, yay, handling the blower or something. I just show them how to pick it up, and I say, no, but look, and I actually, just be productive with it and show them, look, now, try to get them to blow off the patio, and you can sit back and have a martini. No, I mean, but really, all they want to do, really, is all they want to do is the right thing and to learn how to do it. But then again, there are some kids that are programmed early to just be like the ADD stance, which is to gain control because there's something else in the air that needs to be figured out, and it's certainly not this, right? And what is it? What is it? Well, it's the mind that is trying to be more real than just simply that, learning something new. And that's saying a lot because, we want to know what the mind is, the same one who minds. Mind. Mind. The one who counts to three and expects, I mean, when does that wear off? Well, I've seen it wear off right in front of my face. The kids are getting up to about 6 or 7, and the parents are still counting at them like, do it now, or 1, 2, 3. And I'm thinking, I flash, I was like, what are you going to do? Abuse these people if they don't do something? And all they're doing is, see, they're on my property, and whenever they get on my property, they just start exploring. They start going here and there. And I love it. I know, and it's like, just let them go. And they ask me for things after a while, right? And I give it right to them. Oh, you want a set of paints? Here you go. Oh, you want a blank piece of paper? Here you go. Oh, you want a pen with a blah, blah, blah? You want a golf tee with a purple dot? All right, well then, here it is right there. And fuck yeah, and what else? And I make it possible for them to see, no, it can be different than no, no, no. And 1, 2, 3. And so what happens is right in front of my face, the kid just looks over at over the parrot and laughs and goes, what are you going to do? I'm just going over here and looking at something. This is my body. And I'm at somebody's house, and now you're disrespecting them, and the whole thing is like, God, would you people take a, you're taking too many pills, I think. That's what it is. Your depth perception is way the fuck off. Stop brushing with fluoride. Stop brushing with fluoride. Gives you poor depth perception. These are the people that go, ah, and it's like, you guys probably sucked at video games. My generation have played video games and they swing on the swings outside, so they've done both of that. And they're also, see, the video games are just like how to operate machinery. It's like, I can do this, I can do that, especially that when you get right inside of the pole position and you're driving, the driving thing particularly. And it's like, nah, and if I hit you, then it's a foul. If I don't, it's a goal. So what are you panicking for? Did you see? And see, they're all hung up on it. They're the ones who are overreacting. People with a lot of fluoride will overreact in a certain way that's like, will you please? I didn't even get near you. Now you're causing a fuss, and everybody is wondering how unfun you really can get. Because that was actually fun. Some people are really good drivers, and they just know where they are. Not people on fluoride. They have depth perception. They're losing it somehow. It's It's literal. It's a literal bodily experience. They just think everything's going very fast. That's what I mean. It's very fast. Even if it's just 5 miles an hour, it's like 50. They're like, ah! Thanks for sitting with this sitting through this with me. I am not doing well with losing love. My love. It's not anybody's business but mine. But it has happened that well, a lot of people are struggling with their love life, right? And when I say love life, I want you to know what I mean is that you can have loves that you have in your life that you love to do things that brings you joy and it compounds and it also could be something that you share with other people and they love you for that. It's a love that you have and then it kind of shoots off to people and they get it and it's hard to explain but it's just an energy that is good for them and it's good for you. And that's what creative people are really up to. And I've lost. I have been, my love life has been struggling over the last 3.5 more years. And I've lost myself. I know that I know how to do a lot of things that would bring me joy and that would perpetuate things, but I don't see enough reward in it as far as because I know that it's important to share it with people. I mean, I have stuff that I can do, but there's just anyway. So I'm hoping that it gets bad enough for me that I can just fall into some kind of work that I find myself like I had no idea that maybe I just forgot that this would be fulfilling for me. And one of the things that's coming to my mind right now is caretaking people that really need stuff like they're I hate to say this, but this is a Venus and Virgo thing. And it's like I noticed this when a family friend of mine kept calling me, and I knew it was because they were dying. And I started helping them because some of this was near anyway. Point. Let me try to generalize what I'm saying. Is that well, I'm none of my business, but I don't talk about it much. But I've been praying to my higher guides. I let them know, and I think that they're asking me to be patient, and the best thing is going to come for me. I don't want to be bound down and enslaved to miserable things and conditions. Unless it pays $133,000 a year, of course, I know what I'm doing with that. But but I don't see it. See, I'm the kind of person with the Venus in the sixth house of career and or service to people, Virgo, that of course when you see that it starts doing cha-ching and then mainly really the secret to me with that, it's really lame, that it's being appreciated. But you and I know that appreciation isn't enough. I mean, I have a bill to pay and because of this complication that I am, I have reduced it down to just very little that I need to get that done, and still can't get it done. It's been hard over the well. I have been see, I associate my work with I have to something about it. I have to enjoy, and I have managed to do that over all my life. See, it's been just like I said, over the past 3 years and a half, that has all fallen apart. See, I work with love. I I bring joy to the workplace because I have Venus in the sixth house of work. I bring beauty. I bring whatever Venus brings to it, aesthetics. It's very complicating too. It's actually Venus is yeah, it just works with a smile and you know how women can be. They just keep taking it and they do not complain and it's like after a while but see that's where I'm saying is like it could be a factory setting and I believe it or not you don't know it but you will miss me after a while if I don't show up to work. You're like, where's Shauna? Ah, this is miserable. Because it's not just about my sparkling personality, man. I actually figure out how to do things. I'm a problem solver, and I invent ways to get things done. And my employers, in my small life of having lived up here, not one of them have a complaint. In fact, they'll say, no, you want to hire her because she will work the floor after a while and not ask for anything more. But We can't even give her the kind of appreciation she needs just as being a human being. Sorry, but yeah, haha, yeah, these slaves are great, aren't they? I'm sick and tired of it. I'm kind of understanding that well, Shauna, you're supposed to be placed inside of a lizard's den, and you're going to reorientate yourself now. You're down the rabbit hole now as a property owner, and you need friends. Friends, how do you like that? That's my new creepy Pluto in Aquarius. Pluto is now in the house of friends. It's like, yeah, you better define what a friend even means, friend. 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 Oh, don't go away. Friend, friend. I thought you liked the wonder of the unknown. It's just you want to get better at something, don't you? Friend, friend. I want the best for you, friend. I want the best for you. I really do. If you can get past this, you qualify to get into the garden of just pure beauty. All in a day's work, the witch takes her mask off and says, "Good God, finally! Can you get out of being so prejudiced and so afraid of everything?" Friend, 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 friend.